What is up, fam? It's your brother CK Train, and welcome back to the 5th episode of the Supercoach 101 series. Today we'll be starting with looking at my tipping, starting with the Bulldogs and the Rabbitohs, tipping the Bulldogs. Rabbitohs have lost Sam Burgess, that's massive out, whereas the Bulldog squad is pretty much intact. Broncos, Cowboys. Broncos tipping the Broncos as they have some revenge. Cowboys had last season, and possibly Ben Hunt being a good Supercoach player for this week. Raiders, Titans. Even though the Raiders still don't have their halves combination, I think they're an overall stronger squad than the Titans. I don't think I'll ever tip the Titans this year. Just, I don't know, it's obvious reasons. I think they're going to get spooned. Roosters, Manly. I'm tipping the Roosters. Manly did have a win last week against the Sharks. I think the Roosters can come back from their unfortunate start this year and get back onto the winning circle. Dragons, Panthers. It's been confirmed that Trent Merrin will be playing against the Dragons this week. I can't tip away from my Dragons after the way they performed last week. But I could also see why you'd want to tip the Panthers. Warriors, Knights. Also, Warriors haven't won a game this season. They still have Isaac Luke out with that leg injury. I think they can pull a win together somehow against Knights. I'm tipping the Eels. They're a bit more consistent what the Titans have, and yeah, I don't know about the last game. It could go either way. So we'll be starting off the Supercoach with the potential buys of the week. Starting off with cheapies such as Heimel Hunt and Pat Matadia, showing their worth for their respective sides. They will also gain a bit more money this week. If you have someone in the centres that's underperforming, you can always throw them in. I did purchase Pat Matadia just for the simple fact that he's cheaper than Heimel Hunt, probably has a bit more cash to earn, but job security might be a bit of an issue for Matadia. James Roberts has been under fire for Brisbane the last couple of weeks, but this could be the week that you might purchase him and he'll go off against the Cowboys. Unlikely, maybe hold off for him another few more weeks, but he is a serious issue of contention. Starting off with the round this week of your respective leader competitions, Anthony Milford and Thurston could be considerable recommendations to bring in this week. I don't know, there's still a lot of cheapies there that could make a lot of money, such as Josh Jackson and Ashley Taylor, but you might want to consider bringing one of these two players in if you don't already have a gun like Moses Mbai in your squad. Josh Parley has shown his worth, but yeah, the boy be voted as well. Most of the ones listed at the bottom, they could be good players to bring in, especially like RTS, he's been under fire. But if the Warriors somehow pull it out of the bag this week, he'll be the reason why with John Johnson. The It's a Trap section this week. Players that, you might consider bringing in, but I'm saying stay away from them at all costs. Featured at the top, all the young Rabbitohs players coming into their squad this week. None of them have job security, not even the likes of Nathan Brown, I believe he is, playing lock with the injured Sam Burgess. We'll be talking about Sam Burgess later on, but Matt Parcell, starting hooker now for Manly. I don't think Apasau Coruscant will be out of that lineup for too long. I don't see him playing 80 minutes every week. Greg Eden as well. You have Lachlan Miranda coming in this week for the Brisbane Broncos. And while Greg Eden has been okay, I don't think he's a must trade in. If you have him in your squad already, okay, you can hold him, but don't buy him in as a cheapy option. Robbie Farah has the likes of Dean Hallertau and Manai Charrington in the squad. Unlikely he'll ever play 80 minutes again at the Tigers. Therefore, stay away from him. His base stats won't be good enough. Sean Fenton has some price drops still left in him. Maybe in a week or two, maybe 3, trying to pick up Sean Fenton. But as I've said before, Trent Merrin is in the squad. Much preferred option to me. Nathan Davis, he's injured currently for the Titans. He's expected to have a massive price rise once he brings back, and therefore there's no point in bringing him in or bringing him out this week. Josh Dugan and Gareth Widdop, They played a great game for the Dragons last week, but it's still uncertain if Kurt Mann is going to come back into the squad. And Benji Marshall is projected to come back, so Gareth Widdop's attacking workload could be decreased, and his score also be decreased. Corey Dennis, Knights player, no job security for me there. And while Semi Radradra had like 120 odd point performance, still outside Michael Jennings, I don't see much changing there with those massive attacking stats that he did get. But in a few weeks, when his price drops 100,000 or so, maybe we'll be thinking about bringing in Semi Radradra. But yes, on the potential sellers this week, we have GI topping the list. Had that brain snap between the Dragons game. He hasn't showed me anything impressive at the start of the season to justify his worth at the fullback position. There are much greater options like Tedesco if you can afford him. Maybe even Matt Moylan coming in future weeks. I can see them far greater alternatives. Even Barber or like Jordan Rankin, they're much better alternatives to me. They're earning money. Hayden Tolman hasn't had a progressive start this season. There's much better forward packs coming out there like Andrew Fafita or Jesse Bromwich. To me, even though he was a keeper in past seasons, I didn't see him getting much better than what his average numbers are right now. Andrew McCulloch also hasn't shown anything impressive at the hooker position, especially since Cody Nikorima is coming off that bench. It's a sell to me. Chris McQueen, hype, changing the Titans, getting a bigger role there. He hasn't impressed me. Neither is Dylan Walker in the halves. If you have Dylan Walker at the centres, however, you might have bigger priorities to deal with. Maybe keep him, see if he can break into the halves position like Anthony Milford did last year. He broke in pretty late. But yeah, like maybe hold if you have him at centres. Halves are much better options. I did trade out Joel Thompson this week. Articles saying about the way he started his season, interesting. I don't think the price drop will justify me keeping him in the squad. Knights halves have not been impressive, neither has Maloney. I don't know what to just get them out if there aren't bigger concerns. Same as Aaron Woods and Michael Gordon. If you don't have bigger concerns to deal with, they are sells that you can make for this week. Injuries, I've outlined what to do with them. No brainer, especially Sam Burgess, whose price will still rise, I think, in the coming weeks. And yeah, just be heads up on that. But yeah, now having a look at my own Supercoach team, I did not do well at all this week. Looking at some of the scores, this week I'm going to be capturing Jesse Bromwich. He's going up against the Sharks forward pack. Predict him to have a good one. You can see I have Bryce Cartwright in my team this week. Originally, I was thinking of selling Russell Packer. Decided not to. I sold David Bahana instead, his injuries, till round 9. I don't justify him being in the second row, especially since I have Martin Tapau and Sam Burgess on the casualty ward. Hopefully in the future, providing great reserve material. Looking at my backline, as I said before, I traded out Joel Thompson for Pat Matalia. I'm still a little uncertain about this move. I might end up trading Chanel. I highly doubt I'll trade Chanel from that hat since of the great price difference I got. An investment, I might invest that $350,000 cat spate that I have in the coming weeks. Likes of Cody Walker, pathetic score last week. Could bring in a Milford or a Thurston. Time being, he's still earning money, so he's still pretty good. My round 4 clash this week, I'll probably end up losing it. My squad's probably odd 900 score, as it will be predicted there. Through 850, that was terrible. But yeah, if you have any concerns of your own, just hit up that comment section. I will reply probably tomorrow. Today I'm going out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Peace.